What's happening, guys? We've got a really cool one for today, or at least I think so, so hopefully you'll agree. And we're going to spend a little bit of time working on the skill of a deck squat. Got loads of different options for you, so whether you've never heard of it before or whether you are already pretty good at this, and we'll find something that's going to get you going for today's workout. But before we look at that, let's have a look at our warm-up for today. So we're going to go through 4 sets of 10 plank shoulder taps. Now it might be that in this plank position, just lifting the hands is enough, that's fine. If you feel good too, we can actually tap those shoulders. We're then going to go for some leg swings. We're going to do 5 on each side. So just swing an opposite leg to opposite hand. If you want to hold on to something to steady yourself, feel free. So you do 5 and 5. We're then going to go for 10 tuck rocks. So this will come in handy when we look at the deck squats later. Find this nice tight tuck position and we're just going to rock. So I'm trying to make this rounded kind of edge of my back so the back stays in contact, and we're keeping it smooth so it's kind of rocking back and forth rather than just going doom doom like that. And then finally, just a bit of a stretch. We'll go for 5 knee hugs each side. So just hug the knee, bringing it in. Like the leg swings, we can alternate if you want, or do 5 on one side followed by 5 on the other, whatever you find easiest. So 4 sets of that to get warm. We're then going to look at these deck squats. So to let you know the format first, it's a 12-minute piece. We're going to have 2 minutes of practice. So I'll show you all the different levels that we can do for that. Straight into a 30-second arch hold on the floor and then 90 seconds rest. So that's like a 4-minute window. We're going to do that 3 times. So you get 3 opportunities to practice these deck squats and maybe increase whatever level it is you're trying. Maybe try and make it harder as we go with a little bit of arch holds in between. So the deck squat, I'll show you the rep in its kind of entirety so you know what it looks like. We can then talk about how we can work on it. So from standing, we come down and then we stand up. So that's the full rep. Some people will add a little jump to the top. You can do that if you want to. But it's all about that roll coming up in a nice squat at the top. So once again, coming down. And there's the jump if you want to add that. So the way we're going to work on this first is with those tuck rocks from the warm-up. So if that was challenging enough, we can start to work on these and look at actually sitting up. So bringing those feet here. So that's level 1. Once we've established that, let's build up a little bit of momentum by extending the legs a little bit at the back. So that's level 2. Next up, we're going to see if we can get onto our feet. If you need to, you can put your hands out to assist, but eventually we're going to try not to use them. So that's going to look like this. And notice my knees aren't caving in. If this is happening and you're finding that you're having to stand up like that, maybe bring those feet a little bit closer together so that you're not going to go knock-kneed. Once we're there, we can then try standing up. So, there we go. And then we can finally add that jump if you want to. So you're going to practice that for 2 minutes. We've then got our 30-second arch hold, which is here. Squeezing the thighs, getting the thighs up off the floor, squeezing the bum, squeezing the legs together, looking at the floor, shoulders off the floor. And then we have 90 seconds rest every round. So quite a nice little skill piece. Have fun with it, enjoy that. And then whatever happens, we can get stuck into a workout together afterwards. So we're looking at a 15-minute workout, but we've got 12 minutes of working time, so there's a few bits of rest peppered in there. And we're going to go for 6 rounds of, in minute windows, 12 of something and then max of something else. So the first one is 12 object snatch or ground to overhead. So I'll show you the ground to overhead first because we've done that before. Just punching overhead like so. The snatch is typically with one hand, so this would look like this. So notice this is different to stopping at the shoulder and then pressing. Instead, we're looking at snatching it in one go. So it's like a punch overhead. A little bit like, imagine zipping up like an enormous coat. You're doing that in one go. So we'll do 12 of those. You can alternate arms if you want to. So that would look like this. Once you've done your 12, we then go into max unweighted reverse lunges. So just going to go for a few lunges. Once that 1 minute window is up, we're then going to go into 12 object sumo deadlift high pulls. All the words. So, setting up in a sumo stance. In fact, I'll turn to the side. We're going to hinge with a flat back and then pull the object high. Make sure your toes are facing forwards. If they fan out like this, the knees might come in, so just make sure those toes are facing forwards. And once we've done 12 of those, we then go into max air squats. So just in that time remaining, get those legs fired up. That's our second minute. We then take 30 seconds rest. We're going to repeat that 6 times. So look to see if you can get as many reverse lunges and air squats in each round as you can. Maybe try and beat your score each time, but focusing on quality when we're doing the snatches and the sumo deadlift high pulls.